Welcome everyone to Merkaba Energy Healing. Today we are doing a pick a card reading and we're asking Spirit, what's next in your career? We have 3 piles with 3 Merkabas, 3 crystals. Pile number 1 with message number 1, we have the green aventurine Merkaba. Pile number 2 with message number 2, we have the moss agate Merkaba. And message number 3, pile number 3, we have the sakura agate Merkaba. When you are ready, you may go to the timestamps in the description box below to find your reading, and I will see you over there. Welcome, group number 1. Today we are asking Spirit, what's next in your career? We are going to start with an energy check. Where have you guys been most recently? Where's your energy been most recently regarding your career? Then we'll look at your significator card, which is the overarching message for what is next. And then we'll pull some tarot cards with guidance or advice from Spirit. So thank you guys so much for being here. My apologies that it's been a minute since I've posted. Without disclosing too much, there's been quite a bit going on for me personally, and I won't read if my nervous system is burnt out. Otherwise, I won't get clear messages. So I'm back for now, and I appreciate your patience so much with me and my channel. So you chose the green aventurine, a very abundant stone, I might say. We'll place it aside here. Should it come up further in the reading, I will call on it. Now, before I open up the significator card, I would like to first pull just a few cards on where your energy has been most recently. Okay, so my highest and best spirit guides, please. Temperance and Page of Swords. I like to just see where we are opening up. Maybe some balance has been required. Okay, my highest and best spirit guides, what does my group number 1's, what has their energy been like around their career? Show me the energy around their career as of most recent. Okay, just a couple of cards, please. Show me their most recent energy around their career. The one, please show us very clearly. What has been the energy? Tap me into my group number 1's, the energy around their career. I do have a sense of confusion. The Hermit, yeah. Feels, I'm hearing indecisive, unclear. Interesting that we have a star in the lantern here. It's almost as if they just showed it to me in 2 different ways. One, as a wish that you've had, sort of being in a cage. That's how they just showed that to me. And you're wanting for this wish to come true, but it feels blocked. It feels blocked somehow, hence the confusion that I tapped into before. Because I was going to remark that it looks like the Merkaba here, but they're telling me, no, this group has not been able to take off the way your Merkaba, the chariot, as it were, around your field, around your body, allows you to travel interdimensionally. You have not been able to do that for some reason. There might have been a call to, I just heard, go back to the drawing board, to go back to the beginning and ask, is this what I really want? Am I doing what I really love? Am I waking up every single day with a sense of excitement? I'm hearing no for many of you. Okay. They're highlighting that this is also a 9 card. So you guys might be entering a stage of completion around your current work circumstances. They want me to pull one more card around your current energy around, or most recent rather, around career for my group number Ones, tap me into their energy, please. Yeah, I keep hearing stuck, feeling stuck. Yeah, and there it is. I'm even having trouble speaking a little bit here. That might just be because I'm out of practice, so it's not always about the reading, but 98% they're saying it is about the reading. So here it is, guys. So we have the Hermit and the Six of Swords. There is something that you've been mulling over regarding your career, whether you should stay or you should go. And for many of you, you're about to leave an old chapter behind. Or this chapter is about to close out the way they highlighted the 9 there. Okay? Interesting. I am hearing that you feel unsure of yourself on some level. And that this is a bit scary to make this move. You feel like you're going it alone. So they're showing the Hermit with the lantern as you're trying to find the light that would help you navigate in the dark. And as the Hermit often delineates in its inherent message, you can only light that lantern. Your insight, your intuition, your inner knowing is the only thing that will actually light the way. So there's something about you really attending to your intuition now, listening to that inner knowing. I'm hearing claircognizance. It's not the rational knowing that the numbers are going to add up. I'm going to get this salary if I do this. In fact, they're saying the salary might be smaller than what you had been making, but ultimately it will be something close to double what you're making now. But you may go through a tightening, they're saying, because they're showing me a belt tightening. So there might be a tightening of your finances for a short period of time. They're actually telling me that once you get going on this, it's only going to be about 2 to 3 months where you have to really tighten the belt. But that most of you will likely have either enough in the bank to tide you over, or perhaps you can get help from family or friends during that tightening. Because there is... Well, I'm going to ask right now, but there is a message that the Six of Swords, meaning that what you're leaving is correct. Can I get a clarifier on the Six of Swords? They want me to ask a specific question. Is this correct for them, the Six of Swords? They want me to just shuffle real quick. I just saw the sun on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Is Six of Swords correct? That they're leaving something behind that they feel a little bit unsure of. Can you give them some reassurance here if that's correct? Show me this card very quickly. I don't want to pull it out. Thank you. Okay. Very interesting card. 7 of Wands. Okay. So it's not 5 of Wands. It's not the Death. It's also not the Sun card or the 6 of Wands, which is victory. What the 7 of Wands tells us is that you're going to have to hold your ground. Have a certain level of conviction in this decision that you're about to make in your own knowing. So they're almost saying that if we were to say this is right for you, we're basically doing something against our guidance to you, which is to trust your intuition. Be clear about what it is that you're leaving behind and what you're trying to create and move towards. And hold fast to that. The one thing they're highlighting in the 7 of Wands is that, oh, look at that. We have the Hermit again on the bottom of the deck. Because they kept telling me, look on the bottom of the deck. But, you know, the guides are very, they get very excited when I open up the field. And so sometimes I have to slow them down a little bit. So they showed me that on the 7 of Wands, this guy is on higher ground than the ones who are sort of against his opinion or his conviction, or, you know, the naysayers down here. So you're already on higher ground. You could already see the forest for the trees. So don't doubt that. Your intuition is what's going to light the way. I'm going to put this out here because I do think it's important to double up on that Hermit. Okay, beautiful. That was actually a very interesting message. Now, what I want to do is I want to look at what's next. So let's look at the significator card. Look at Guys, we got transformation. 41, which is reduces down to a 5, which is a card of a number of change, right? Butterflies and dragonflies. Very interesting indeed. I just heard you're catching the light. You know how dragonflies' wings are iridescent? It's like as you begin to fly, you're going to catch the light. It's like catching a train. It's like you're going to magnetize more light to you as you move. Does that make sense? If a dragonfly is just sitting still, you may not see the iridescence of their wings. But they're saying that as you fly, you're going to catch more of the light. That makes sense. Beautiful. So yeah, undoubtedly what's happening next in your career is some kind of major transformation as outlined in the original cards and channel message. So let's see what's on the other side of this harbor, right? With the Six of Swords here. Where are you heading? Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at that. I don't know why they're highlighting B and D. I don't know if that's someone's initials or D and B. I don't know. The B and the D just stood out very strongly. I don't know why. B and D. And we have Chariot that I'm opening up to. Movement. Okay. Highest and best spirit guides, guided by the One. Show me that which is very, very clear and accurate about what's next in my group number 1's career. Yeah, I am hearing prosperity. It's on the horizon. So it's not around the corner. It's a little bit up ahead. Okay. So show me what's next. Show me what's next. Thank you. Ooh, the High Priestess. So we have another card regarding your intuition. But because I'm asking what's next in your career, you might actually be engaging a career that, directly engages your intuition. Okay, because if you're an intuitive person, you undoubtedly always engage your intuition. But this feels as though the career change that you're making is going to directly involve your higher senses. Okay? Can you tell me more about the High Priestess? Tell me more about the High... You might be collaborating with somebody. 9 of Wands. What about the 9 of Wands? I don't understand that. 9 of Wands has a similar energy to the 7 of Wands. Although the battle is more within the self. Let me just get more information here. The Queen of Cups. Okay, so my guys, walk me through these cards very clearly, please. So they're saying that this energy of the 7 of Wands is not going to end as you move into this next chapter of your life. You may still feel as though you have to prove yourself. But they're saying that message is actually accurate. It's going to be less about with other people and more with yourself. What they're saying is that part of the reason why you haven't made this move is because you feel some level of doubt. So even though you've got this strong, powerful intuition, you battle with it within yourself. I'm hearing unnecessarily because you're gifted. Right? The High Priestess came out first on this side. You're actually very gifted. What's going to put you into a place of contentment and inner abundance is where you kind of stop fighting that doubt. So they're kind of giving us guidance in addition to what's next in your career. With the Queen of Cups here, they're saying that once you make this move, once this transformation occurs, you're going to feel deeply and utterly fulfilled in this new chapter of your life. Telling me that I should pull more cards. Okay, let's do that then. Okay, so tell me more about what's next in their career. 2 more. What's next in their career? Show me clearly. Okay. We have death, which I mentioned before. And what is dying? Which one? This one? Both of these? Okay, I asked for 2, but that's fine. They don't always listen to me. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So they're showing me the 8 of Wands there. Okay. And the Page of Swords. So walk me through these cards. Once you make this decision, whatever you have been cultivating, it's going to go faster than you think. It's going to move faster. Perhaps in your past, something was very sluggish or went slower. What's interesting is that they didn't just show me the 8 of Wands. They showed that to me in my mind's eye, but they didn't show that to me in the cards. They want us to see that there is going to be a death of an old pattern. Okay, so they don't want to just say this is coming in quickly or this is going to develop quickly, the way they did before with the 2 to 3 months in terms of prosperity, a bit of tightening and then opening. They want you to also see that by making this decision, you're actually stopping is not the right word, okay? Clearing, thank you, a pattern of some kind of resistance where things would start and stop, move slowly and then stop. They're showing me quicksand. It just took a lot to get going. I'm hearing the gears were sort of aching as they tried to turn. I am hearing them a very loud shrieking as the gears were trying to turn. They're showing me somebody starting a car and the engine is not turning on. It's almost like a lot of these false starts. Literally, you might have just started your car and it stalled. Or something like that. You had some car problems or car trouble or problems with transportation to your job. There's literal signs in your environment that say something is stopping. I just heard stalemate. It's not working anymore. So they wanted to show me the death and the Knight of Pentacles specifically because they wanted you to see that there's a death of a patterning of things moving like a snail, they're showing me. Now, the Page of Swords is related to the Queen of Cups in this instance. They're telling me that the deep sense of nourishment that you're going to feel in this transformation, in this new chapter of your career, will be due to you listening to your insights, I'm hearing flashes of brilliance, ideas. They're giving me the word nuance. So they're saying sometimes you guys are waiting on some brilliant idea, and until it's composed and wrapped up in a perfect box with a big bow, would you start it? Would you consider engaging it? And they're saying no. What is also dying is this pattern of things going very slowly with regards to an idea unfolding. You will begin to feel a sense of nourishment on the deepest level and a sense of abundance in the deepest way possible when you start engaging your gifts from the beginning, from the smallest note of recognition, where you recognize I'm gifted, I have this gift, I have to engage it now. Not when it's perfect, not when I've worked on it ad nauseum. I don't remember where that was, but was it here? Yeah. On the bottom of the deck with the past, there was the 8 of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I move a little fast sometimes because my downloads come very quickly. And now it's starting to clear as I'm bringing this message through. I clear through my body, a physical channel as well, for those of you who don't know. The 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck for the energy that you're moving out of is this idea that you have to work crazy hard to produce something. So the Page of Swords is here to let you guys know that when you come up with an idea, when you have an insight, I'm getting a big yes on this, you want to put that out in the world. It doesn't need to be buffed, because they highlighted this little bird buffing this pentacle, sort of, and I knew that was going to come up. So they said, I'm going to put this out here on the board here. You're not going to have to buff it, as it were, and make it shiny and beautiful and new and perfect. Okay. And this is advice for me too. I mean, I should have done, not should have, I probably could have done my YouTube channel many, many years ago, but it like wasn't until I felt a certain amount of expertise. And even still, you know, I sat on my hands, even the last 2 weeks or week and a half that I didn't post. Part of it was complete nervous system burnout. But another piece was I'm not in a perfected state. And so beating that energy, that core belief, as we say in psychology, that you have to be perfect or have a sense of near perfection to put something out is a pattern that is being released now. Okay? So what's next in your career? High involvement with your intuitive abilities. Even if you're not going to be psychic or a healer, it doesn't matter. You're going to be listening to that inner knowing a lot more. And in so doing, you're going to create a deep state of fulfillment. And of course, there's guidance here and information about what is being released, but we'll get some oracle cards here. Okay. Let's get some oracle cards for my group number ones. What's next in their career? Can you give us a bit more information? What's next in their career for my group number ones? What's next in their career for my group number ones? What's next in their career? I don't know why I just saw a cast. I don't know if some of you guys literally had a hard time moving forward physically because you like broke a leg or broke an arm. Are any of you guys in a cast or a boot or something like that? Too many cards, one at a time, please. Too many cards. Okay. Clear the field, please. One card to start. What does my group number ones need to know about what's next in their career? Show me the card clearly. Thank you. Moving up. You are increasing your power and status. You may get a promotion or move to a better home or office. You climb the ladder of success. So beautiful. So again, we see that with the Six of Swords. You're moving up and on. I'm hearing, is that the Jeffersons? Moving on up to the east side. Yeah, I finally got a piece of the pie. So that's what I just heard. Old school song, but there you go. You're increasing your power and status. That's also the Seven of Wands here. There is definitely an upgrade, some kind of moving up in status for sure. And of course, with the High Priestess and the Queen here, we've got high stature. Is that the right word? So the transformation can also be how you see yourself. So you might not be moving from your career entirely, although I think they're saying for 91% of you, that's the case. But for the remaining of you, it might be a very prominent promotion, and you might be getting that promotion because you finally see, that's the Hermit, the inner knowing, and the High Priestess here, you finally see your own worth. You finally see that you are meant for something bigger and better. Beautiful. And of course, climbing the ladder of success resonates here with the green aventurine. Let's get one more oracle card for you guys. Next in career, two flipped over. So we have progress and choices. Let's take them. I am feeling my guides really wanting to talk. It's as if I've kept them quiet for too long in this absence. So I feel them really, you know, oh my God, we have so much to say to your viewers. Like it's like they're nipping at the bud, so to speak. Okay, so the next two cards here, beautiful. We have progress. It seems like a long slog. That's the Knight of Pentacles. Seems like a long slog, and that was also the quicksand that I saw. But your efforts will pay off soon. Stay on course for at least a few more months. That's exactly what they said, 2 to 3 months before making a change. Okay, so stay the course. Whatever it is that you're starting here, believe in it. Have a little bit more faith in what you're doing. You will see the return in your emotional and physical investment. And then we have many choices. You have options, even if you don't see them right now. Get creative. That's the Page of Swords. That's like if you have an idea or if you have a flash of insight. They said actually a flash of brilliance. You know, stick to it. Let's see what the card here says. Sorry. You have many options. Even if you don't see them right now, get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what's best. Okay, we're not going to do that right now. What they're highlighting with the Page of Swords is that the Page of Swords is actually looking behind, almost in anticipation of basically using the sword for something. And so in this instance, with the Many Choices card and the Page of Swords, there is something about looking around. Look around at your resources. Look around at some of the ideas that maybe that I'm hearing have been held dormant inside of you. Inside of that, they're showing me the solar plexus chakra now that's been lying dormant within, you know, that I am consciousness where, you know, if you just pull the trigger, it's, you know, you'll pass go, you'll collect $200. Okay, so you have choices both that have been laying dormant inside of you, but also within the resources all around you. They're also saying keeping your eyes peeled for opportunities that are going to present themselves. Something is likely going to cross your path. Don't immediately say no if it doesn't seem to hit the nail on the head. They're saying give things a chance to marinate before you make a choice in terms of yaying or naying that option or that opportunity. Okay, my dear number ones, this looks very interesting. Let me know in the comments down below if this resonated, and please do like the video. It does help my channel grow. And if nothing else, I send you guys so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care. Welcome, group number 2. Today we are asking Spirit, what's next in your career? You chose the lovely moss agate. I'm hearing taking an idea and bringing it down to earth. Moss agate being a stone of, well, groundedness. So there might be something that you have been mulling over or thinking about that hasn't been brought into form. It's kind of, I'm hearing knocking around in your mind. So before we go on, my guides, if you can just hang on 1 second, like I mentioned in group number 1, when I haven't been doing readings for a while, they're kind of nipping at the bud, really wanting to talk to you guys. So my apologies that it's been a minute since I have posted. A lot going on for me personally. I will not read when my nervous system is burnt out, but I apologize for that profusely. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me during this time. So today we're going to look at what's next in your career. We're going to start with an energy check, meaning we're going to look at where you have been most recently. Where's your energy been most recently regarding your career? Then we're going to open up the significator card, which is the overarching message for what's next. And we'll pull tarot cards and then some oracle cards, along with guidance. So my highest and best spirit guides, please tune me in to the energy of my group number 2s. Okay, they want me to actually go right into the energy check before we go into this energy. Okay, so guided by the 1, I ask my highest and best spirit guides to show me the energy of my group number 2s around their career most recently. Okay, what has their energy been most recently? So interestingly, they're giving me the same word as group number 1. I don't know, I'm sure it will unfold differently, but they're giving me the word confusion. We have the world. Yeah, and so again, I don't know, sometimes I don't know why some of the groups are a little bit similar, but okay, let me just go on. My guides, what else about the energy that my group number 2s have been in around their career? What is the energy that they've been in regarding their career? And I'm just hearing, I don't know, like some kind of indecision. 2 of Cups. So my guides, walk me through these cards. It's very interesting that they said with the moss agate that there's something that you need to bring down to earth. We literally have this owl sitting on the earth. I wonder if something has taken you out of your life a little bit, that has forced you to look at something from a greater vantage point. I'm hearing the meaning of life. I wonder if something has put you into something of an existential mindset where you're questioning life and you're questioning, what is this all for? I'm hearing soul mission. I wonder if you guys have been asking yourself that. Like, what am I doing here? What is this all for? What does that mean, my guides? But you always do my other side. So interestingly, my guides have been lighting up my left leg, which has never been the case. It's always been my right leg. And I'm asking them, why does my left leg keep lighting up in these readings? And they're saying because they want me to signify to the querent, you guys, that your divine feminine is coming more online, which is the left side. Okay. So there's something about you allowing yourselves to receive. With the Two of Cups, this might be love. This might be higher guidance. There's a zooming out for this group that's happening around your career. I feel like there's a reconsideration and a reorganization or recalibration in terms of your path. While this could be a career change or something, a shift like group number one, this feels bigger than that. It feels more expansive around the scope of your entire life, where you're shifting gears on a much bigger scale, and your work is obviously going to be connected to that and affected by that. Let me get some clarifiers here. Do you want me to? Yes. They want me to pull a third card. I don't know why. All right, let's get a third card then. Tell me the third piece of energy of the current energy around their career. It's like you're asking what really matters. That's how I'm hearing it. If it doesn't resonate just yet, hang on. I'm not sure that that's just the energy. That's too many. One card, please. The cards have been really falling out because my guides are just, yeah. Yeah, here we go. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay. She's very mystical, this creature, okay? She looks beyond the work. Right? This is not the Queen of Pentacles. This is a queen who uses her magical abilities. And she's a queen, so she's damn good at it, right? And she's always got these sunflowers around her, often just one, but this particular owl has a whole bunch. So you're guided by your light. You're guided by the light right now. The light, the capital L, the central sun, source, prime creator, love, okay? The most high frequencies that exist across all time and space, you're being guided by right now. And that's what's making whatever the world is, whatever ending is occurring, it's profound. Group number one was a transformation, but this feels... No? I was going to say plutonium. No, they're saying Neptune. This is 12th house energy. Interesting. Whole new cycle that involves a lot more self-love, a lot more love of Gaia. Okay, so we're not talking about planet Earth. We're talking about Gaia. We're talking about her oversoul. This is new Earth energy, okay? Possibly new love or connection with a new guide. Yes, I'm hearing about a new guide. You might see some signs about a new guide coming in. I'm hearing unusual behavior from animals. So you might have a bird land really close that's unusual for its species, or an insect acting oddly, an animal that usually is quite, what's the word I'm looking for? My guys, put it in my mouth, please. Trepidatious, scared, frenetic, go very still and quiet in front of you. It's like a deer just rolls up to you and just stands in front of you. That kind of eerie feeling that you're connecting to this beast because you're starting to imbibe in unity consciousness, engage and embody unity consciousness. I know this is a little fringe, you guys. It's not going to be for everybody. Yeah, bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. That's that Plutonian energy, but I mean, it's also Neptune in some ways, right? 12th house, the end of a cycle. So actually, I'm going to keep that out. Okay. Death. They want me to put it here, actually. I'm going to collapse these cards, you guys. Now we'll get clarifiers. Okay, I want to understand what the Two of Cups is. Yeah, so you guys are, it feels like a very high level Hierophant energy to me. Like you're really trying to get a very good sense of what you're here to do and how to have a meaningful life. And gurus and teachers are not cutting it. I feel like this group is starting to understand their own personal magic. Whoa. Guys, the Hierophant is on the bottom of the deck. Holy shit. I have to just say that. That's crazy. They just said that. That's a little bit odd. Okay. Let's just shuffle that in. There's something about you coming into an understanding that your life is calling for something more. This feels a little bit like Judgment energy, okay? Can I get a clarifier on the Two of Cups, please? About their current energy regarding career. Clarifier on the Two of Cups. They're just saying it's the energy of love, so that can manifest in many, many different ways. Five of Pentacles. So there might have been this experience where you didn't feel connected, tied to anything or anyone. And the Two of Cups is saying that you're starting to come into an energy of kinship. So you're likely coming out of an energy of feeling alone, feeling like you have no one or not no one thing to rely on that feels dependable, that feels honest, I'm hearing. Something that you can believe, okay, where you voluntarily put yourself out in the cold because what appeared like a warm church was actually, give me the words here. Okay, I don't know why they just gave me the word cult, which I think is extreme, of course. I don't know if you guys have left a religion or a fundamental way of being in your community where now you might feel ostracized or you might feel way outside the realm of whatever way you grew up. But that's what it feels like. It feels as if you understand that you're different and that difference, it matters, and it matters for the rest of your life and your career and your sense of contentment. And so with the Two of Cups, they are definitely indicating that what's coming up next, the energy that you're moving out of is the Five of Pentacles. And what you're moving more into is your tribe, you know. With the Queen of Wands and the World and the Death here, it really tells me that you're listening to the frequency of your own soul, your own drumbeat, your own heart drumbeat, okay? And that everything is going to fall in place as you listen to your heart. It's a little bit obscure, but that's the best I can do. Let me just get a clarifier on the Queen of Wands real quick. They're telling me it's not really necessary. Like this group knows that they're trying to tune more into the mystery and the magic. Yeah, so it's both Pluto, it's both 8th house and 12th house. Yeah. So you guys might have prominent placements in I was about to say the 10th. I didn't mean the 10th, the 12th and the 8th house. Houses of transformation. Yeah. They said, don't pull a clarifier, move on. Fine. They're saying that you guys are getting impatient. You want to hear what's next. Okay. So bringing something down to earth. By the way, they're saying that includes you. So how do you take your differences, your mysticism, your otherworldly energy, and how do you bring that down into the world in a way that is tangible, that brings tangible rewards, in addition to emotional rewards? Okay, let's look at your significator card. There we go, clearing. 2, lightning storm. Oh my God, wow. That's crazy. Okay, so clearing, that's the death. And that's the world. That's both Pluto and Neptune. Unbelievable. Number 2, we have 2 of Cups. Something is being cleared in order to come in union with something divine, I'm hearing. That could be a person, it could be a home, it could be a partnership in career, it can be a guide. They're also showing me a schism within your field. So you might have felt fractured within your own identity. We call that identity diffusion in psychology. Yeah, and I'm starting to clear. So something is clearing around your identity. They're saying you might have prominent placements in the 1st house in your solar return this year. Okay, interesting. So you might have an identity shift this year. Interesting. Clearing of an old identity. So the death and rebirth, some death and rebirth here. That's real 12th house into the 1st house. Like a real transformative energy into a new sense of self. That's why they were saying for you guys, it's much more global. As much as I try to ask the question about just career, this for you guys feels much more global, much more expansive than just career. Okay. Lightning storm does feel as though there's going to be some kind of pivotal turning point around which you're going to feel a major shift in your life. And that seems to be happening right now. But of course, let's get the information there. Okay. So if we can focus on how this is going to show up in career, because that's why they came to this reading, my guides, guided by the one only. Okay. Only my highest and best spirit guides, no interference. Okay. With clearing here, we return to sender all negative energy, all interference now. Calling in the one, please guide this reading. What is next in my group number 2's career? Show us the energy of what's coming next in their career. What's coming next? Okay. Oof. Boom. Ace of Pentacles. Talk about divine. Okay. They use the word divine. I forgot the context in which they use that word. Okay. Aces are divine. Divine interference. Divine connection. Divine guidance. Okay. Pentacles. Tangible. Money. Career. Finances. Something immense with regards to prosperity on a broad scale. Again, this is broad scale. Okay. This is not King of Pentacles, just riches. Ace of Pentacles is divine abundance. Okay. Divine abundance. And this particular Ace of Pentacles I've mentioned before in my readings, for those of you who have been around for a while, this particular Ace of Pentacles always looks a little bit like an altar to me. It also looks like a portal, where you're sort of, maybe you'll be getting married, you'll be walking through some kind of portal, moving through some kind of portal to a whole nother realm where you're guided divinely, like the Queen of Wands here. The fact that this showed up here, the 2 of Cups and the Queen of Wands with the death and the world behind it, tells me that you're already engaging this energy. So what's next is a continuation of the energy that you've already tapped into. Brilliant. What else, my guides? Ooh. We got the death card twice. That's crazy because a card, a major arcana card showed up twice in group number 1. Guys, my whole community is probably going through some major transformation. Again, usually what I feel, I was told this many moons ago by my guides, that I would be going through what my patients and my clients would be going through. They always told me I'm going to be a guinea pig in this life, in that sense. And that's what I've been going through, a major clearing. Okay, major transformation in my life. Here we go. Death. Okay, now the death is falling the Ace of Pentacles, so I wonder why. What is dying? What is the death card, please? Tell us a bit more. What is the death card? The Empress. I just heard the death of lack. The death of lack, which harkens back to the Five of Pentacles here. Okay. Empress is ultimate physical abundance and beauty, So lack is a very broad word. Look at that. We got Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, right? Leaving something prominent behind that was not fulfilling to you. Cups, right? So look at that. We have 133. That might be a very important number. I want to let you guys know, because they're telling me to tell you guys this, that the number sequences that we are going to see repeating are no longer going to just be 222, 111, 1111. They're going to be odd looking sequences like 133 or 211 or 544. So they're going to start looking different because the frequency is changing and each number sequence has a new frequency. So the 1111 that so many light workers saw for so many years is a portal. I always saw it as the, like the Four of Wands, the 1111 card, as a portal. But we've actually moved through that portal, they're telling me. You guys, at least in this group, you're in the new earth and you are, sorry, I just knocked my ring against my desk here. And you're already engaging the new frequencies of the new earth. You guys are likely experiencing the quickening, the hastening of time more than other people. That's a real thing that's happening, by the way, the quickening of time. That's actually happening. I don't want to go into that too much right now. But you guys are likely experiencing that more than others. Because you're in alignment with that light frequency. That's that lightning that they're showing here and all of these sunflowers. Sorry if I feel like I'm speaking really, really fast. The downloads are coming really fast. You guys are coming into a whole new frequency, I guess, with your career, but this feels global again, of abundance by way of light. So it's not abundance just with money or material things. It's the very essence of being abundant rather than abundance. Okay. You are inherently abundant. Okay. They just also said Lemuria. There's a return to Lemuria for this group. They just showed that with the Empress card. They're also highlighting, sorry, there's a lot of clearing going on for this group, of course, with this card. Wow. My God. Bloody hell. A lot of clearing. And it's very interesting because I've had quite a few people reach out for negative energy clearings recently. So I feel like a lot of people are sensing that they're ready to get rid of a lot of the dark. The kind of, when I say get rid of, the kind of dark that doesn't require therapy. It's attachments, energies that don't belong with you. Okay? I hate when spiritual teachers are like, therapy is, no longer going to be needed, and most of what we have in this world right now is not going to be needed, but that's not for a while. There are certain people who really do benefit from unearthing things within their psyche, but there is also negative entities and energies and attachments that can be cleared away with help. Okay, I just want to say that. I know that there's going to be a dawn of a new day where much of what we have today is not going to be needed, but we're not quite there yet. So let's not poo-poo some amazing practices out there that are still, remain to be very helpful to three-dimensional humans. Okay. I just want to say that. So, they highlighted the heart here. So I do think that in addition to feeling abundant in this larger scheme of things, they're highlighting certain ways that you're going to feel abundant. So one is going to feel love. I'm sorry, the downloads are very fast today and I'm a little bit out of practice. One is going to be feeling a sense of true love within the self and likely with somebody else. With the peacock here and the Empress energy, this Venusian energy, there's going to be some up-leveling with your physical body. You're going to see physical changes that go against rationality. You're going to start to see changes in your body. Something that's been showing up for me, because they're highlighting it. I don't really love disclosing personal things, but when I'm guided to, I guess I have a choice, but if I'm guided to, I share it. So I suffer with venous insufficiency, like with problems with circulation. That has a lot to do with being a little top heavy and being connected to the higher realms, but I'm doing things for that. So they're showing me spider veins spontaneously disappearing, and that indicating improved circulation. Okay, again, down to earth, feeling more connected to the Schumann resonance and the energy of Gaia rather than planet Earth. And the Empress energy is more Gaian, I would say Gaia energy, more Lemurian energy, okay, pre-Earth energy, let's say. And what else did you want them to? Okay. And then they also highlighted the pregnancy here. So some of you might be getting pregnant or having children. You might also be bringing in some fur kids, adopting some animals. But they were highlighting the idea that there is going to be this massive rebirth of the self. Okay. You are going to be reborn and your body will follow suit. Okay. Because your soul is ascending and then your body is going to ascend. So I'm sorry I didn't get so much on your career per se, but with the Ace of Pentacles, boom, that just came out, there's tremendous prosperity coming in for you. But don't click off just yet. Let's get some oracle cards, okay? And these are straight, career oriented cards. So let's see what's next in their career for my group number 2s. Next in their career, my group number 2s. They're also saying that what's next in your career with all of this abundance is you're going to be able to physically afford things that create more beauty in your life. So maybe nicer clothes. They're showing me things in your home, decor that, if you're hard for money, you're not going to be able to afford decorative items. And they're saying you're going to be able to afford decorative items, things that are going to make you feel like this is your oasis, I'm hearing. Okay. Some of you also might be moving to a more aligned place. That's too many. Okay. We get one card first. Next in career. Thank you. So we have taking steps. Oh, that's a little creepy. Action is key to getting where you need to go. You can't wait around. Take a step in any direction to get unstuck, to find opportunities. Okay, I'm sorry. They said I didn't need to read that. What they're highlighting here, do you see that there's a set of sneakers, but no person is standing in it, but the shadow remains? That's what I found a little creepy. They're just highlighting the death, the 2 death cards here, the death of an old identity. That's what they're highlighting with this card. It's amazing that even in these very 3-dimensional cards with 3-dimensional messages, my guides still can find a way to make it otherworldly, even though I'm trying to bring it down to earth, trying to use the moss agate here to bring your messages more down to earth. But no, this is the most prominent message for you guys. There is some kind of new identity. All right, let's get one more. I'm going to try for you guys. One more. What's next in their career? What's next in their career? Whoa. And look at that. Relationships. Can you take it? I love this. I love this work so much. Business partners, office love affairs, and communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. So that's the 2 of Cups here. I wouldn't worry so much about things going awry. That's not how I feel. They would tell me, by the way, they would say straight up, don't have an affair. Okay. That's not what's coming up here. Of course, if there's 1 or 2 of you who are having an affair and you've been thinking about maybe changing that to, elevate your frequency, that may be something to consider. But, that's not a strong energy here. They are saying though that through this transformative process, through this clearing and this new work, let's say this new life that you're building out, you might meet someone new in your new career path. You might partner with somebody new to create this new career path. That's already come up with the Two of Cups and the heart that was highlighted on the Empress card. So they're making this message very, very clear with the Oracle cards. I mean, you can't make it up. It's pretty cool, actually. All right, guys, so I'm going to close the reading out there. Please let me know in the comments down below if this resonated for you. Please give the video a thumbs up. I hate to say it, but I have to. That's the only way my channel can grow and I can sustain doing these readings. And subscribe if you haven't. Nothing else, you guys. As always, sending you guys so much love, so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very, very good care. Welcome, group number 3. Today, we are asking Spirit, what is next in your career? You chose the amazing Sakura agate. The significator card answered the question, what's next in career, but we're not going to start there. We're going to start with an energy check where your energy has been most recently around your career. Then we'll open up the significator with tarot and we'll end with oracle cards. I just want to say a quick apology for the delay in my readings recently. I have gone through some major personal changes. That's been showing up in these readings so far. I wonder if that's going to show up for you guys. But often what shows up for me happens, like, just precedes the collective. So yeah, going through major clearings and upgrades. So yeah, it's been a little bit challenging, but exciting at the same time. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Hope to get out more readings in the near future. So the first thing I just want to mention, although I'll get into it as we get into the second piece of the reading, Sakura agate, which means cherry blossoms in Japanese, because there are what looks like little cherry blossoms in this stone. Sakura agate often signifies dreams coming into reality, the seed of the cherry blossom flowering. So that might be relevant to your reading. They wanted me to mention that. Okay. Let's start with where your energy is right now with regards to career. Okay. So I'm asking my highest and best spirit guides to please tap me in to the energy of my group number 3s. They're telling me this reading is going to be very different than the other two. They're telling me that already. Let me just take a sip of water here. Okay, so it's different. You tap me into their energy, tune me into the energy of group number, I didn't ask the question. I'll note the 9 of Wands there. Tune me into their energy, please, of group number 3. The 1, please guide my guides. Their current energy around career. I just heard secure. So maybe you guys are already feeling good about where you're at. We got the 2 of Swords though. All right. Okay. What does that mean? Okay. That's way too many. Sometimes when I haven't been doing readings for a while, my guides really want to talk. And so the cards start flying everywhere. So if my guides can slow their roll a little bit. The energy of my group number 3s with regards to their career most recently. Tell me more about the 2 of Swords. Thank you. And that one. Okay. Okay. Wow. Judgment. Interesting. So they use the word secure. That's a strength card. Okay. You guys might feel. Okay. My guides show me. I am hearing that you might feel as though things are beginning to turn in your favor after a very long period of waiting. I'm hearing that you guys are a little bit afraid to admit that, something has, they're saying it's subtle but profound, okay? Subtle changes that you've been noticing. It's almost like you're scared to say it. There's a little bit of, superstition. Third eye. Okay. Yeah. The evil eye energy, not third eye, the evil eye energy. This idea that if you say it, it will be taken away from you. It's almost as though you guys have been waiting for such a long time for a change to occur that when it does, you don't even see it. You're so used to feeling stuck and feeling as though nothing is going to change. But when I say this to you now, it's going to be validation to someone here. I knew it. I just didn't want to say it. Let me know in the comments who that is, because there's always sometimes I'm speaking to one person, and if I reach that one person, then this reading was worth it. You know you're being called at this stage in your life for something much greater than what you've imagined for yourself, is how my guides just put that in my mouth. Wow. So you didn't start out dreaming big. Interesting that they mentioned the bit about dreaming something into existence. So maybe for a time you didn't think that you can get to the stage that is burgeoning now, I'm hearing. You might have had to fight the good fight. You might have had a lot of fears. You might have had a lot of difficulty, a lot of challenge in your life. Yes. Not a lot of people on your side, I'm hearing. I know it doesn't really show up in the cards, but that's what I'm hearing. Going it alone. And I'm hearing unlikely support. I don't know if some of you guys have been feeling as though someone might have come out of the woodwork, a new friend, a coworker. I don't know, someone kind of showing up and showing out for you, showing up for you in a way you didn't anticipate. Because they're showing me the Two of Swords being somewhat in the past where you felt kind of stuck. They're not saying it's the proverbial indecisiveness, although it could be for a few of you. It's more not allowing your wings to fly, not allowing yourself to open up your wings and fly. Okay? This is very interesting. This is you. Your wings down, okay? Not showing all of your beauty and your, what is the word you're trying to put in my mouth there? Your splendor. Wow, I love that word. All of your beauty and your splendor to shine. Okay. You literally have a cold environment foiled by this warm, open winged environment. Okay. So they're saying that the lion is you in this case, where you felt like you didn't have a friend, and this owl comes in and helps this lion get up and show all of its splendor. I mean, the lion is stunning, is beautiful, is the king of I don't know, the forest. What do you say, right? King of the animal kingdom in some ways. And for whatever reason, he needed help from this owl to show how to spread his wings. And then in the third card, they're showing me the owl as you, with your wings open, guiding these other birds to spread their wings. It's like a story. So you might have felt really stuck, really like you couldn't let yourself be seen. And what is burgeoning is this energy of, I'm allowing myself to be seen more. I don't know if you guys have a YouTube platform or some online presence that you've been holding yourself back from a little bit, but the Judgment card says you're being called to show up more for yourself and for, they're saying, your constituents. That is such a bizarre word to use, my guys. Why? I don't know if you guys work in politics at all. I can't imagine many people in my community being related to politics, but maybe it's to speak up about your values or your opinions about things. But nevertheless, there's some kind of energy here about letting yourself finally be seen for maybe the first time ever, and in a way that is aligned to your values, to who you are, to your authenticity, and to your soul's purpose here with the Judgment card. You're literally being called out of the cold and into the light. I don't know what that means specifically. I know it's a little cryptic, but that's how they're showing it to me, you guys. I will get a couple of clarifiers here. Okay. No, they told me bottom of the deck is not important here. So let's just get, before we move on, guys, just be patient with me. Can I get a clarifier on the Strength card. Okay, what? Oh, okay. Oh, that is so crazy, you guys. The Nine of Wands popped out. Did you see with the Owl deck, the first card that came out was the Nine of Wands? So yeah, that's uncanny. So yeah, you guys have been through some kind of pronounced struggle. But with the Nine of Wands, you've made it. You've made it to the other side, albeit bruised and battered, but on the other side, no less. Okay, so there is very much something about you guys getting out of some challenged, tense energy. There's a reason why I keep feeling like I need to drink water. I don't know if you're finding your voice again. The energy that they just put me in was very quiet, very calm, and almost as though I couldn't even hear my own thoughts. There's something about you might have, I'm hearing the word clamor. You might have been in an energy of noise, cacophony. They're giving me these words of, they're showing me cymbals slamming together, noise, and I just feel very overwhelmed by my environment. And you might have moved into an environment, either spiritually, energetically, or literally a new home where the energy is calmer and more still, where you can hear the messages from your own spirit. Okay? So your soul can hear the messages from your oversoul, your spirit. I hope this is making sense. It's a little bit hard to decipher. Can you tell me about the Judgment card, please? They're saying it is what it is. Okay, I'm going to shuffle once more. If you show me a card, I'll take it. If not, clarify the Judgment. No. Okay. We don't need to clarify the Judgment. So you're being called for something far greater than what you've been doing, period. Okay? And they're just recognizing that you haven't always had this dream. There might have been something in your childhood that inhibited you from dreaming very big, but that is starting to break open now, where you're starting to dream bigger. You're starting to imagine a life where you are letting yourself be seen, that you have recognized that you've moved through the fire and you're actually on the other side now. And the reason why you're on the other side is because you've listened to first the whispers of your spirit, and now the clamor, in another way, the trumpet, I should call it rather, that the loud call of your spirit about what you're meant to do next. No longer in the distracting energy of the noise that you once were in. This could also be mental health things where you had a lot of anxiety, a lot of intrusive thoughts that have been cleared as well, because we have swords here. So it could have been in your environment. It could have been in your own mind. It could have been people around you. But whatever it is, there's a settling and a calming and a quieting that is happening in your life that is allowing you to actually hear the messages from the divine. Okay, that's the simplest way to put it. Now, this is why you clicked on the video. Next in career. Okay, so something prominent is shifting. It feels within you. Okay, so every group had some message about moving more in alignment with your soul mission, which makes sense. That's the energy of my channel. Significator card. Oh, wow, we have light. Firefly, card number 20. And we've got what looks like fairies here. Maybe you guys resonate with the elementals. Beautiful. Some of you might really resonate with fireflies. I don't usually say things that straight, but they're highlighting that. There's something about, you know how the hermit has a lantern which shows the way, and then some people will get the sun card or a bigger light. They're showing me fireflies for a reason here. They're saying for you guys, it's less about one light showing the way, and it's more about it sparkles, where it doesn't all come in at once. How do I explain this, my guides? Can you please give me the verbiage? This is very hard to explain here. It's like you'll have moments wherein you will notice a spark of the divine, a spark of magic, but it hasn't landed fully in the greater scheme of your life. And part of that is just a thought pattern, a thought form even, that says that this can't inhabit my entire life. So you're seeing the magic before you inhabit it. And that's what survivors do. They see something, they assess it before they inhabit the thing. Does that make sense? So it's as though you're noticing the magic around you before it enters your life or before you enter the magic or inhabit the magic. I know this is a little cryptic, but I hope it's landing with you guys. They are showing me what looks like an oak tree here. They are saying for some of you, you are moving to a place that's more filled with nature, as it were, maybe city to a country or somewhere where there might be a prominent tree that will become a friend, that will become a confidant before you actually engage with human friends. For whatever reason, this is coming up in the career reading. I'm trying very hard in these readings to bring these messages down to earth, but I always deliver what I get. They're saying a tale as old as time. So whatever you guys are breaking out of here goes back a long time. I don't know if there was poverty consciousness, because I'm getting a little bit of that in your lineage, or a feeling as though you can't transcend a certain threshold in your career. And they're saying that that is shifting and changing right now. Again, it's a little bit, it might feel slow, but it's also this energy of you're going to see it outside of the career before you see it within your career. It's like the elementals working behind the scenes. It's how much can an elemental carry? It's a little bit at a time. Okay. It's the only way I could describe it. Light is entering your life, but not all at once. It's a spark there, 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 a spark there. Okay. And there's going to be a cumulative effect of these sparks, but there's already guidance to notice, how you observe, how you see before you inhabit. And they're saying, try to step into that magical energy. So once you observe it and you notice it, try to step into it more. Because you guys have a hard time inhabiting the energy because you're so used to surveying or being hypervigilant. I wonder if you guys come from some kind of trauma. That's kind of what they're showing me here, where you had to scan your environment before you step into it, almost to figure out whether it's safe to go in. And the nighttime that they're highlighting in the significator card, I think is also significant in that you guys might have felt safer at night as children. Like owl energy in general might resonate with you. Okay, let me go on to the further tarot cards here because we're running out of time. I shuffled these cards already. My highest and best spirit guides, show me about what's next in their career. Can you bring this down to earth a little bit more? Can you bring this? Yeah, so they're saying with the Sakura agate, they said something that you planted, a seed that is planting is starting to flower. And they're saying, look at the mighty oak here. This is an old tree, right? Sorry, that just sounded very intense in my ears. This is a very old tree. This was planted eons ago. So they're saying something about whatever you've been planting. It's not young energy as you think. It might be young in this incarnation, but the wisdom that you hold is so ancient, so wise, and so old that it's once you come out into the light, okay, once you allow yourself to be seen with this Leo energy here, your soul mission is going to start unraveling very, very quickly because it's in your DNA. Yes, I just got a huge yes on that. I just heard DNA activation. That's what's next in your career, is the activation of your divine blueprint. Damn, you guys. It's always my group, very often my group number 3s. Okay, whoa. Page of Swords. Just flew out of the deck. That showed up in another group. What about the Page of Swords? What about the Page of Swords? Okay. So show me. I'm hearing a message from your soul, okay? Sometimes the Page of Swords is a text message or a letter or something. They just said you're going to get a message from your soul, like the Judgment card, okay? Tell me about the message. What is the message about? Show me a clear card, you my guides. Come on. Show me clearly now, okay? The Ace of Wands, okay? Something is going to become so clear about what you're here to do, and it's going to come in the form of inspiration. Something that maybe you really loved when you were a child, or it may not even be when you were a child, something you've always loved but you haven't imbibed in, that's going to suddenly cross the screen of your mind. And that's going to be a message from your soul. That's how they're showing it to me. Because your soul is now awakening to its higher purpose. And it's a spark. That's why it's a page and not like a Knight of Swords rushing in or Eight of Swords. It's a spark. And it's divine because it's the ace. There's going to be a stroke of genius, a flash of inspiration that comes across the screen of your mind, or they're saying also the screen of your heart, where you're just like, I know that's what I meant to do. I know that's what's next for me. And you have to listen to it. Tell me more. What's next in their career? What's next? Okay. They're also saying claircognizance. Oh my God, you guys are getting similar cards from the other groups. So a lot of you have similar messages. The Queen of Wands came out in another group, in another deck. So there you are, my dear ones, the Queen of Wands. Okay. That's you, the mystic. Okay. That's right. She's the witch of the tarot in my opinion. And then we have all of the light that we talked about with the firefly. We literally have light here and all of these sunflowers, which I mentioned in another reading. What's next in your career is you are coming into the magic that you are on a soul level. Some of you might actually be mystics, witches, healers, diviners of many, many sorts. Or you might be doing something highly creative where you're going to transmute this mystical, magical energy of your soul through your career. Yes. I wish I can get that more down to earth, but that's what they're giving me today. Let's try with the oracle cards. Show me with the oracle cards what is next in their career. And it's interesting with the Socorro agate that we have a cherry blossom and we have sunflowers here, okay? There's literally something about you working with earth energy. I love that there's wands. Okay, there's a lot of fire here, a lot of drive, a lot of ambition that I think was previously untapped. Okay, that is literally flowering now. Flowering. And flowers in general might be a sign for you guys about something that's opening. Maybe cherry blossoms in particular. And sunflowers. Okay, those might be prominent signs. Flowers. Okay. Something blooming like on this wand here. Tell me about what's next in career for my group number 3s. And we have the Black Swan, beautiful perspective. If you change the way you look at things, oh my God. I love you, my guides. I love you so much. If you change the way you look at things, you can see everything in a brand new light that will help you get where you want to be. That was the Two of Swords, into the strength, into the judgment. We talked about you guys not being able to see something, okay, feeling stuck. If you change your perception, your perspective, everything else will change. And that's what the Strength card says. To get out of the fear that blocks you from your clarity, blocks you from your higher mind, blocks you from the whispers of your spirit. Okay? So be aware of old ways of thinking that have transferred into ways of acting that are beneath you, that are beyond you right now and behind you. And I can't help but notice the Black Swan here. right? The black sheep energy, where you are probably going to have to step out of an energy that is familiar to you, where you're not going to fit in and you're not meant to fit in. Black swan, black cat here. Okay, black magic, not black magic. No, they said not. White magic, okay? But that energy of magic here. There's a lot of like, you know, the fireflies lighting up the dark. The swan is this graceful, beautiful, this beautiful, graceful creature, but it's black here. I mean, cats as well, amazing, magical, interdimensional creatures, but we have a black cat here. There's something about you playing in the dark, knowing the dark, working with the dark that might be a throughway station in your career. I mentioned in the previous group that a lot of people have been reaching out to me for clearings, negative energy clearings. And I think that for you guys, it's similar where you guys are, no, it's not. No, they're saying no. No, they're needing to clear that energy. You guys with the strength card, with the black swan, with the light card here and the Queen of Wands, there's something about you learning how to befriend the dark. I don't mean demons. I'm talking about your shadow self. How to work with that energy, alchemize that energy. I'm surprised the Temperance card didn't come out here. How to alchemize that energy into something fruitful, into something magical, into manifestation. Okay, can we get one more oracle card for my group number 3s? Next in career. Next in career. Can you show us a clear card here, please? Next in career. Next in career. Thank you. And then we have connections. Build bridges between people. Contact those who can help you. Your actions set you up for the next opportunity. Interesting that it says connections here, because they mentioned that at the beginning with this owl and this lion, that someone may come in to help lift you up and out of some dark place that you have been in. And then you're going to pay that forward by being the guide or the teacher yourself. So do look out for that. I'm also seeing that with the elementals, you might feel connected to the elementals. You might work with the spirit world in a way that you haven't before. Yes. So the bridge might also be a connection with the spirit world. Again, with the Queen of Wands being the Witch of the Tarot here. Now, they are mentioning your actions setting you up for the next opportunity. So the way that they said the change of mind will also bring a change in behavior. I'm a CBT therapist, so I always say, when you change your thoughts, you change your feelings, you change your actions, okay? Anywhere on the cognitive triad, if you change your thoughts, you shift your feelings, you shift your behaviors. If you shift your behaviors, you change your feelings, you change your thoughts, okay? So whichever way you look at it, your life is about to change by way of one of those avenues, okay? So something, again, it's not big, it's something small that will have a bigger impact on your life than you would imagine. A small spark, a small shift, a small change that's going to have a much bigger impact. Okay, but look out for some prominent connections that are forthcoming, because that's now come out 3 times actually here. Okay, my guides, my group number 3s, I'm going to close the reading out there. I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't. Let me know in the comments down below if this resonated for you. But if nothing else, you guys, I send you so much love and so many blessings. Until the next reading, take very good care.